Good evening and welcome back to the Mindful Model Maker workshop. This evening what I'm going to do is get on a little bit with these wagons. I made a couple of videos before where I showed where you could buy cheap wagons and use them on your railway. This is the brake van that I've done so far. You can remember I sprayed the chassis with a cheap matte black paint, and now I've put the top of the brake van on, given that a couple of coats of paint, and the roof needs to go on. I did spray the roof. The roof will end up grey, so we'll just put that on. I just need to make sure that there's no little bits sticking up to stop the roof from sitting down properly, but it all looks pretty good to me. So what I'll do now is just open the liquid poly, which I use. This is a Humbrol one. They're all very much the same, so you know, it's just whatever I find whenever I'm looking for polystyrene cement is whatever is around at the time. I've got no particular. I like the brush, it's easier. You can get some from, I think it's Tamyar, make a poly cement with a very fine brush for obviously doing very delicate bits. It's not really going to show anything on here, so I'll put the roof on. It fits very good. I have tested it around, so I'll just give that a little squeeze down for a couple of minutes just to make sure that that's going on okay. And then what we've got two meat vans. One is the red one, which is this one, is the very old Airfix one, and that is quite an early kit. And of course the other one is the Dapol one, which obviously is the same, but it's just grey plastic, and the other one's red plastic. I don't know whether one's better than the other or not. I think they're probably saying the only thing with some of the Dapol stuff, they do warn you when you buy it that they're still using the original Airfix moulds or Kitmaster moulds, whatever, whoever made the model first. So, you know, they do get warned as they go, but obviously that's where you as a model maker can make the difference by, so that's gone on quite nicely. So I don't think we need to hold that anymore. So I'll just put the brake van there to dry, and that's that for the time being. Right, so going on now to these meat vans. I did do a little bit. The Dapol one does come with steel wheels, which do spin very nice, actually. I have got some steel wheels which I purchased on eBay. I can't remember how long ago, but they're quite easy to get. A bag of about 20 wheels. I can't remember how much, but not too expensive. These are spoke ones. You can get them with, say, the holes in, 3-hole ones, whichever you want, but they're all on there. They're all available, and you can just swap out the plastic wheels that you get. These are spoked ones that come with the early Airfix meat van kit. You can put them on if you want. They just haven't got the weight, and you have to make sure that there are no little lumps and bumps when you take them off the sprue, that they run. But, you know, people had them for years, so, and are quite successful. So I've just cut this piece off earlier on before I started filming. There's a little burr on the side there, so just take it off, just nice and gentle, get that nice and smooth, because the smoother you can get the parts that have got to go together, obviously they will sit flat and flush, which is what you need to happen. So I'm just getting that down. That's it. Don't want to file too much of the detail on the front because you don't want to lose the planking and all the rest that's on there, because these are quite detailed. And what I do is, you can see it does go in a little bit, but I don't worry too much about that. You've got to get that so that it goes on, so that there's no gap down here. that's what you've got to do. So what I'll do first, I'm not going to worry about attaching it on there straight away. I'll get that bit on first and just get that glued into position. So that's what I'm going to do. I usually give this 2 or 3 strokes. The reason is because the way polystyrene or poly cement or poly liquid or whatever it's called on here, liquid poly actually, works is by melting the plastic. So if you agitate it a little bit with the brush, you will start the plastic to melt a bit, which is what you want. You want that plastic to start to melt and get a nice square fix on there. Doesn't matter if it's not coming along here square, because once that's dry, we can give it a little bit of movement. Now, to me, the detail on that is quite nice. I think these wagons really are remarkable. And the thing is, when you're doing it yourself, it's just that much better. So that one's going to go on there. So I'll get the cutters again. These are not actually proper sprue cutters. These are actually a kind of a wire cutter. But sometimes some of the sprues are very thick, and I just find that these cut okay. I've just got used to them now anyway. It says on there, cut copper wire only, but I don't think it's going to hurt by cutting this plastic, really. You can get the sprue cutters, similar thing, but not quite so heavy duty. So it's just over the years I've just got used to using certain tools, and that's it. But yeah, the sprue cutter is the proper tool to use. Right, so I've now filed that down again. I will have a little dry run to see how that fits. It looks pretty good to me. Let's have a look this side, see if it is. It's not quite. Let's have a look. No, something is not allowing it to go in quite as good as it should. There we are. You could hear it click then. That's a positive click, which is what I like. So let's put a bit of poly on that. So I find this very therapeutic anyway. I mean, that's one reason why I've called this the Mindful Model Maker, because I haven't had a hard day at work today, but it's just nice to come at the end of the day, especially it's now Friday and it's the beginning of the weekend to me, and it's just nice. You can unwind. I don't have to think about anything. If I weren't recording, I would have the radio on. I can't put the radio on because of the copyright rules and that there are, so I'll have the radio on later. But anyway, so now that seems to have gone in there lovely. There's a very good joint there actually. It just needs pushing in just a bit there. Don't really want to use filler on these if you can help it. So if you can get it to stick nice and square and straight, sometimes you have to hold it. You can rig up something to hold it if you want to, but I prefer to just get it in there myself. That's it. It's obviously going to move that way. All I want it to do at the moment is to stick firmly on there. Obviously it's not sitting square at the moment because of that, but that is actually going to be neat enough, I think. That one's quite good as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's that part of the wagon done. So we've done that side. So of course, while we're on that, we're going to get into the packet here, and we should find the other 2 parts. There they are, sitting there. Again, get to my cutters. As close to as you can is what I always think, but not on, because you can snip it away. You don't want to snip it away. So it's just as close to, like that. Good. And then a quick file down. And so yes, we're moving these on a little bit. I know there might be a little bit of time in between some of the videos that I make, but I do make more than one thing at a time. So I'm usually got 2 or 3 projects, because those that follow my channel, you will know that I build free rail electric stock, which is something that doesn't actually exist in the Hornby 00 world. They did make a suburban electrical unit, but that's it. They made one, which actually goes for phenomenal money. I make things out of old coaches, and now I'm experimenting with putting a kind of a paper covering over the sides, which they use. But I won't go into that too much. If you want to see that, watch some of the videos, and then you'll see that. But yeah, I'll be following on with that soon. So right now, we've got the other side of the wagon done. This side should go on better now because it's square here. That fits there lovely, actually. Right, a bit of poly on there. So, yes, you might find it boring just sitting here watching me waffle on with this and just stick this. It just depends on, but I actually enjoy doing it. So this is getting the wagon on to its next phase. Then probably what I will do is then knock the red one up quick, not on air, but I will do that quick so that we're there, and then we can start painting them. The brake van, I'll paint the roof. And the other thing we need to paint on there is these, because these are actually wood. So these steps on the side need to be painted. Okay, you can also see on there the handrails. They're very, very fine. They need just picking out in white, so I'll get a very fine detail brush and probably just touch it along to give it the white of the handrail. And what I might try and do for this one is get some lamps to put on, because brake vans look really nice with lamps on. So that's something that I will do. Right, so now we've got that on. So that end is now complete. And yeah, so I think these are really nice wagons. So I'll just put the other bit on, and then I'll call that it for this video. But if you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe. And if you've got any comments, please, because I will reply to your comments. So don't think I don't. Don't think I don't read everything that comes in, because I do. And I will reply. And if there is something else that you want to see, and I can accommodate, then I will. Or if you want to know about something, then I will do that as well. So that's that. Good. So now we've got that on there like so. Seems to fit nice at the bottom there like that. Yes, that's going on good. So all I will do when this is dry, that once these joints are dry, I will maneuver it around a little bit and seal it to the chassis, so that it's square, because obviously if I haven't got it square, it will probably affect the doors, because there are doors to go on. So I'm just going to let that dry now, and there we are. So that's an update on where we are with these wagons, but they are coming. And I think they'd be very nice. As regards couplings, I haven't put any couplings on them yet, but you get the ones with it. I've never used these type of couplings before that are on there. They have like an elastic band that goes on the funny little hook near the circle bit. And I think that's just to keep them under a kind of bit of tension sideways, and then they hook. I've never used them, so I don't know how good they are. But again, like where you can buy the wheels on eBay, you can buy bags of small couplings. And you can just turn them up and find a way of fixing them on underneath. I'm sure either with a little bit of super glue or something, as long as they're all at the right height and all the rest of it, then they should couple up quite easily. By doing that. So that's not really a hardship. Right, there we are. So there's the side of the van, and I think makes a beautiful little wagon, a very cheap wagon, really nice. So you could buy half a dozen of these wagons for the cost of about 2 ready-made. But all right, you've got to sit and make it, but you will get the enjoyment out of making it, and of course you'll have a longer train. at a better price. So, which was the whole idea of buying these type of wagons and making them yourself. Anyway, I'll see you soon in the next video. Please subscribe if you do. Please give me a like if you do. And if there's a comment, then please make the comment. And I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye now.